son of a bitch that said, you know, I love a woman who's willing to fuck her way to the top.
Vic's an animal. All right, so good old Vic gives us our number 7 with Thriller. And what does Blake have at number 7 is the true question now.
What Blake has at number 7 is Videodrome.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have to be honest with you, Blake. And, you know, well, I mean, I was kind of surprised with Scanners, too. Knowing you, and I do know you, I think pretty well, without ever getting to really hang out with you other than when I saw you at Scarefest, I feel like I know you semi-well. And the fact that you don't have Videodrome even higher, because Videodrome and Scanners are that type of weird horror that it seems like you really like. So I figured both of those would be higher on your respective list.
There's other weird horror on my list that... there's other weird horror on my list. What are you looking for? My wife just popped in. She was a fucking animal downstairs on the couch, and now she wants to come up here and say hi. I think my wife and Vic are the same person.
You think so? She just popped in. I think so.
Whatever. That's cool though. Vic has got the most badass set of boobies ever there.
Oh my god!
And I'm not drunk. How's that?
Yeah, that's awesome. At least I have it.
I love you, Vic. Vic said, "Fuck you, Blake." Thriller is I made the list. Thriller did come out in 83. I don't know why he's
cussing you for it. I feel like I'm the one that gave him shit about it.
Well, Lisa likes Michael Jackson, so she approves that message. Don't you climb trees? No, we got bills and shit. Anyway, so Video.
Oh, by the way, R.I.P. Joe Jackson. He went away.
Yes, rest in peace, Joe Jackson. You probably caused the downfall of all of your kids. Good fucking job.
Well, you know, he had tremendous success.
He did, off of his kids, because he was a fucking asshole that couldn't have any marketable talent of his own. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't mean to disrespect the dead, but I saw Jackson's The American Dream and knew people that knew Michael Jackson, and I've seen all the stuff that was talked about. We're not the only ones. You've heard it, too. He was rough with his kids.
Indeed.
I wish him all the best in the afterlife, but I'm glad I didn't know it, because he just didn't seem like a very knowable fellow.
Oh, yeah. All right, Blake. So that means you're up at number 7.
We already did my number 7. You drunk bastard. Mine was Videodrome.
Oh, yeah, it is Videodrome. Hey, you know what's funny? Is I wrote it down even. I fucking wrote it down, and I forgot that you just did Videodrome.
Oh, my God. That's beautiful.
It's pretty par for the course for us, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All
anyway,
right,
so we're at number 6 now, right? Or you're number 7.
No, my number 7. I'm sure of that because I have not mentioned this movie yet.
Yeah,
the movie is a Ray Bradbury. It's based on a Ray Bradbury story or novel of the same name.
Wicked This Way Comes? Is that the one?
Yeah. There's something wicked this way comes, and the title's taken from a line in Act 4 of William Shakespeare's Macbeth. So, by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. You've got Jason Robards, Jonathan Pryce, Diane Ladd, Pam Grier in this movie. And it was actually shot at Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California, and released April 29th, 1983. Didn't make shit at the box office after a $19 million budget, but I like it. Ray Bradbury was awesome. Of course, the fact that he called Rod Serling a plagiarist pissed me off, and I wanted to fight him over it. But, yes, I like this story. That's all I can say.
And by the way, I meant no disrespect to anybody that's listening that's a fan of Joe Jackson. I just don't appreciate how he treated this kid. So if offended anybody in any way, I'm sorry.
That's like being a fan of Ike Turner, isn't it?
You know what? It is what it is. There's not a lot I could say. I don't mean any disrespect. I'm going by what I've heard. Everybody that I've ever heard of that talked about it negatively, and I was paraphrasing and quoting. They were calling him a piece of shit. I don't believe he's a piece of shit. I don't know the guy. I just only know what I've heard. So may he rest in peace, and hopefully he found whatever he was looking for, because he obviously didn't get it when he was alive. So, anyway. Are we at number 6 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are at number 6. So let me get to Vic's number 6 now. I feel like we've done a good job getting through 36 minutes of this podcast, just you and me. I mean, let's be honest, though. Most of the time it is just you and me, and Vic's like his phone doesn't work,
or
he's
he's
snoring.
working. He's doing, or he's asleep.
Snoring.
Yeah, but most of the time he's working, and I appreciate that he's got, he's all about making that money and being a professional and getting the money anyway. Maybe not so much being a professional, but
yeah. All right. Well, Vic's number 6. I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised by this, but we'll see. Jaws 3D. Vic likes a good shark movie, as you could hear by 47 Meters Down. Vic loves some shark movies. His second favorite animal behind alligators. Beyond that, I don't know what comment I can make about Jaws 3D because I feel like we've kind of covered it. It's shitty, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, true.
I mean, what else can you say about Jaws 3D? You know? Shitty, but kind of fun. I think that's the best
we kind of run the gamut on that one, buddy.
Exactly. All right, man. So, let's see here. Tell me I'm right. You're at number 6 now, right?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. So does that mean it's my turn?
I suppose.
Okay. Well, thank you. So yeah, my number 6 is a little bit of a weird one. My number 6 is going on here. Oh, my number 6 is The House on Sorority Row.
Yeah, see, The House on Sorority Row, everybody I can guess is going to have it. I just don't remember enough about it. If I go back and watch it, it'd probably be even higher on my list, but it's been too long. It's actually inspired by the 1955 French film Les Diaboliques, or Les Diaboliques. Sorry.
Ooh la la. Yeah.
Ooh la la. Much like the poster. Talk about it a little bit, Blake. What do you remember about House on Sorority Row?
It was a slasher. It was one of many slashers that tried to do sort of the same kind of thing. There was, cheerleaders and gratuitous violence and blood and just distinctly 80s cheese. Not a great soundtrack, but it was what it was, and it's sort of, I guess, along the same lines as when people put, Slaughter High or Chopping Mall or any of those movies like that. It's kind of a prerequisite to have on the list, especially considering 1983 was just. Well, I'll tell you what. Next time you have an idea to do movies by decade, no. or by year, rather. By decade's a hell of a lot easier. But no, seriously, I've had a good time doing these shows so far, but 83 was a bitch. I thought 74 was rough.
Oh, yeah.
83 is a motherfucker, man.
Well, we got to make fucking life difficult. What can I say? I mean, it does make it more fun.
Right, I agree.
All right, Blake. Well, this is one that I didn't even include until last second, but you got to have it on here just because of the fact that I'm a huge fan of the original series. I'm sure I just gave it away, as you would note by my comments last week on our show. The Twilight Zone, man. They covered a lot of stories in the Twilight Zone movie that I really enjoy. Kick the Can, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. Like, I like the Twilight Zone, and the movie's fine. It's not the best, but it's not the worst, and so it can go number 6 on my list, and I'm just fine with that. Keep in mind, I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan, so I'm a little biased. Like, I could watch it every single day for the rest of my life. Not the movie. But the movie only gets in at number 6 because lack of competition. That's my answer for that. Lack of fucking competition.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
I had to have it on there.
Oh, yeah. And it had to ostensibly be higher than mine because you're just that type of motherfucker,
Yes, indeed. Well, okay, so let's put Vic. Let's say Vic.
Yeah,
I'm going to try not to fuck these things up, okay? I'm trying to go in order. I'm trying not to fuck things up. So his number 6 was Jaws 3D. That puts him at number 5 with Psycho 2, the follow-up, which is how long later, Blake? I mean, I guess Psycho was
23 years.
23 years, my goodness. Psycho 2, Anthony Perkins returns. Admirable follow-up to Psycho, I feel like. That's a hard movie to follow up. So after 23 years, they do a good job.
Man. Yeah, hell yeah.
So Psycho 2 is fixed number 5. Too low. But yeah, that's where he's got it, number 5. So Psycho 2 is underrated, if you ask me. In fact, I feel like that whole series, other than the original, is underrated. Just my opinion.
I would have to agree.
I don't know why. I guess because the original is so good that they had to go in a different direction for the sequels, kind of like The Strangers, and nobody gives it the respect. But I will give it the respect later on. So Vic with Psycho 2 at number 5. Good to see it crack his top 5 at least. It's slasher, fucking better.
True. So I guess that puts it to me, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Number 5.
Well,
I've got it right.
Originally Psycho 2 was going to be my number 5, but it got moved around. And that's only because, again, 1983 just sucks. It really does. 1983
it was.
Wasn't it the year you were born, Travis?
No, I was born in 82. My wife.
Oh, you were born in Tom Atkins year. See,
I was born in the year of The Thing.
Yes, you were born in the year of Travis.
Yeah. Stop it.
All right. Yes. Well, my number 5, then, since it has been moved, is Christine.
Good job. And now that's making me wonder which you haven't seen, and I'm going to cry, maybe, possibly.
You know which one I haven't seen. I told you which one I haven't seen.
God damn it. I fucked something up on my list. Well, all right.
That's okay. I had to change mine around because I didn't want to be like Vic, because originally some of my entries were like Vic, and I was like, can't be like Vic. Nope.
All right. So can I apologize to everybody? Move all of my my movies down one, okay?
What the actual fuck did you do, Travis?
I forgot something because I had switched my list around to add the Twilight Zone, and then I somehow deleted this movie and forgot to add it, which I'll get to later. My number 3, 4, 5. Let me give you my number 6 real quick. It's a Videodrome. That's my number 6.
Okay.
Not Twilight Zone. Videodrome is
Okay.
my number 6. And so you're on Christine at number 5, right? So
That's
I was just letting you know. All right. So House on Sorority Row was my number 10, and the poor Vincent Price movie gets kicked out. But anyway, so yeah, we're still at number 5. You've got Christine at number 5. Vic had Psycho 2 at number 5, and I'm at my number 5 now, right?
Right.
Okay. So we did a show on this once upon a time, and I do like the movie. I like Dee Wallace, which there you go. I do like Dee Wallace. I like the fucking concept because I think it's pretty cool. But I feel like it's a little overrated. I think mainly because it's so ingrained in the mainstream, everybody knows who the fuck Cujo is. That I don't have it in my top 3, but I have it at number 5. So I mean, it's a mid-tier horror movie for me, kind of like Amityville Horror. I've always felt like Amityville Horror was mid-tier. It had some moments that were really good. Cujo's kind of like that for me. A little bit like Prom Night, a little overrated. I feel that way about Carrie, too. Stephen King influence helps a lot. Cujo at number 5. It's not to shit on Cujo. It's a good movie. It's just very slow at parts. So I have 4 ahead of it that I really like better. So simple as that. It's hard to say Cujo's 5, because this movie got very far in the fucking the voting. And let me get into the voting real quick for everybody. Number 1 in the voting was Christine, which was an ass whipping, by the way. Number 2 was The Dead Zone. Number 3 was Cujo. So you had Stephen King movies 1 through 3. Sleepaway Camp was number 4. And then you got into you can just argue whatever you want, but those top 4 are the ones that really matters as far as the public voting. Those are the ones that won actual matches in the tournament, and so there you go. That brings us to Vic for his number 4 now, right, Blake?
That's right.
Sorry for the fuck up on my list, but I fixed it. It's all good. All right.
We love you, Travis. It's not a problem, bud.
Fucking drinking. Well, here we go. It's a clean sweep. We've all got House on Sorority Row on our list. Vic has it at number 4. I bet you he couldn't tell me one